So what does it mean to be the light? Being the light is doing good works, obedience, love, and faith. So the good works. The good works is not to give someone a sandwich, money, and smile. That is your works, and you're not saved by your works. You are saved by doing the good works, which is to keep the 10 Commandments, because that's how you love God with your heart, soul, and mind. You could go read Deuteronomy 6. And then loving your neighbor as yourself. Well, how do you love your neighbor as yourself? You're not just going to say, oh, well, I think this is... No. You got to go read the Bible. And the Bible tells you in Leviticus 19, verse 15, loving your neighbor as yourself means you're going to teach them the 10 Commandments. And then if they're sinning, you're going to have to rebuke, because you have to judge righteous judgment, which is based on the 10 Commandments, right? Are they having other gods? That means, are they celebrating pagan holidays, Christmas, Easter, and Halloween? Do they have any graven images, like a cross or statues? Are they taking the name of Yahovah's name in vain? Do they even know God's name? Do they even know the Son's name, Yeshua? It's not Jesus. It's Joshua in English. Are they keeping the Sabbath day holy? If they're saying that they go to church on Sunday, then they're not. You have to rebuke them in their sin. God worked for 6 days, and on the 7th day he rested, and he blessed that day forever. Right? Yeshua kept the Sabbath. He's our teacher. And then all of the other ones, right? Murder, steal, false witness, adultery, lie, covet. So you go based on that. And then eating clean. Are they eating swine flesh? Are they eating abominations? Because you see, all food is clean, but not all animals are clean. Something that God said is an abomination will forever be an abomination. Yeshua didn't come to give you a bigger menu. He came to refresh the holy covenants. He came to magnify, right? So now all you have to do is rebuke sin and love God, which is to keep the 10 Commandments. You don't have to do the 600 plus laws. He fulfilled that. He ended sacrificial law. And there's a lot of verses how Yeshua tells you to keep the 10 Commandments, right? It's not just, he said to love God. No, he plainly tells you, do not murder, do not covet, do not steal, honor your mother and your father, which means to teach your kids the 10 Commandments, period, So yeah, those are the good works. And then you're just going to show people that you are doing, that you're being the light when you rebuke and you teach, because you're supposed to enter into the work of the prophets and reap what they sowed, and together you will rejoice, right? And just obey God. If God tells you do not wear makeup, you're not going to wear makeup. If God tells you that you cannot be above your husband, you cannot usurp the authority of your husband, you're not going to do that, because you have faith that this Bible is saying the truth, is telling the truth. And if you obey, he promised you that you'll have eternal life. And he'll save you and your family from destruction, from the wrath of God that's coming, because of this generation is the most rebellious generation. He even tells you that even though he knows that they're not going to listen, you're supposed to tell them anyways. So they will know one day that, hey, someone told you and you didn't care. And then in Ezekiel 33, it tells you that you're supposed to, because then if not, you're going to have blood in your hands.